It's time to bring in Daniel Rosen from the NHL.com in our weekly power ranking segment. Oh, look at this. What do you got there? You got a little stick going, a little weapon in your hand.
Mets, I got a weapon for you.
Nice.
Coming with the heat today.
All right. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. And it's about time. It's only been 3 years we've been doing this segment.
A couple times.
So glad to see that you're finally bringing the heat. So congratulations on that. All right. Let's get to your top five. What do you got for me this week as we look around the league?
Well, I got the Boston Bruins at number 5. And frankly, EJ, the only reason I have them at 5 is I'd like to see them not have to chase games as much, but they've been comeback things. You know, they're 3-0-1 when they're trailing after 2, 5-1-2 in 1-goal games. Gotta love what you see there. Colorado, right there at number 4. They're on the COVID protocol now, but McKinnon's out, so maybe that actually will help them, that he will miss less time. I like their 2-1 win against Minnesota. Grubauer's been solid, really good, actually, a .934 save percentage and a .167 goals against. So they're there at number 4. Vegas didn't play. Not much to say. They're still very good.
Okay.
Number 3, Tampa Bay. You will see I moved them down, EJ. I dropped them one spot.
It's gotta
Tampa Bay
okay.
is number 2. Okay. And they really didn't do anything to get dropped. It was just I loved what Montreal has been doing. And I know they lost against Ottawa. I am ready for that. One game is not going to deter me from what I have seen from these Montreal Canadiens. First in goals per game, 8th in goals against, 35 shots a game, 28 against. They have been so good across so many levels. I really like what I see from them. So they're my number 1 this week.
All right. Can we put Dan's top 5 back up for just a second? Because I love this. Like, I'll tell you, there's a lot of things I could say about Dan Rosen, but he's never usually angry.
Picture?
He's always in a good spirits. He's a hard worker. This is an angry Dan Rosen at the draft.
Well, have you ever seen anybody happy
it looks
standing
like
at the fence at the draft?
It looks like you are waiting for somebody who's not responding right here.
Yeah, I don't like this picture at all. I think this picture was thrown on there just to irritate me. In fact, I think you took the picture, and I think it was your idea.
I had nothing to do with it.
I'm blaming you.
Nothing to do with it. Well, all right. So I'll tell you what, you were really close again this week. I'm so proud. You're making all these strides. But let's get to the accurate, up to the minute top 5. There's a guy at ringside who's happy to be alive right there. I think that was
not at the fence at the draft. You're at an outdoor game.
Right at the rink. right at ringside there with the nice hat on and everything. I still have that hat sitting around. I was wearing it the other day. All right, let's get to the right top 5. A lot of the same teams, Dan. I'll tell you what. Why do people want to irritate Jackie Redmond on this program? Nobody wants to include the Leafs. I mean, last week, I think it was, I forget even who was with us. It might have been Johnny, might have been Rupper. Didn't want to put in the Leafs. I have your Tampa Bay Lightning at number 1. I know the Red Wings aren't that good, but they were all over the Red Wings. It looked like men and not even boys, like infants. It was so bad. So I have them at 1. Boston's been red hot lately. They got to be at 2 for me. But Toronto is playing really good. Matthews was great last night. Spezza had a hat trick. Good for him. He was at 3. I have the Montreal Canadiens still in the mix. After that last night, it was tough for me to have them at 1 again. But you're right. They're playing some great hockey. And then the Colorado Avalanche at 5. And the interesting thing for me, Dan, at least in this, and I think you're somewhat the same even though you don't have the Leafs, is that, it's so cyclical the way the divisions are. Obviously, this year it's much different. But under normal circumstances, 4 of my 5 teams would all be in the same division, which would create kind of a problem come playoff time. So it's interesting because a couple of years ago, that division, there was, Toronto was still rebuilding, Tampa was good, Boston was good, and then it fell off. Now all of a sudden you're seeing there's more really good teams. Fortunately, it's kind of split up this year, so they're in different spots. Yeah,
it was very top-heavy. But I have to ask you a question.
All right.
I mean, what did the Vegas Golden Knights do to you? Honestly.
Nothing.
Well, then you don't think they're a top 5 team?
They haven't played.
And
they haven't had a great start. They've had a great start. I like the way they're playing, but right now they haven't played in several days.
So forget about them. Right?
No, I'm not forgetting about them. I got to give credit to the Leafs.
To the teams that are playing?
The Leafs who have been playing and playing well. Like, what did the Leafs... Let me ask you. I'll flip it.
The Leafs are my 6th.
Well, there you go. Vegas is my 6th. I thought about them. They're on my list. I thought about Florida. I thought about Carolina. But unfortunately,
Dallas.
both those teams lost last night. Dallas,
Yeah.
another team playing well. So,
Yeah.
you know, if we would expand to a larger number, those teams would be in there. But we have a nice, tight five that we look at here. And so Vegas didn't make the cut as of today. If we do it again tomorrow, they have a nice performance tonight, maybe they get in. But they're not. We're not doing it tomorrow.
I was not going to be swayed by a loss to Ottawa by Montreal. Was not going to be swayed.
Okay.
I am just so swayed by exactly what they have done. And by the way, might I point out, as I keep pointing my stick at you, might I point out that I picked the Montreal Canadiens to win that division, and I feel pretty good about that pick right now.
All right, well, you should. Listen, I think they've got a I'll go one further. I think they got a chance to win the Cup with that group. They've got a really good team there.
The way they're playing, you watch their games sometimes, and I'm like, where's the flaw? Like, where's the problem? And with Montreal, you would look normally and be like, well, down the middle, right?
Yeah.
No way, not now.
No.
They're playing really well down the middle. Suzuki's got 11 points. Maybe they don't have enough toughness. They got Josh Anderson, who's playing really well.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot on that team to like. Petrie's got 13 points on the back end. You know,
question.
I mean, so good and not really much of a drop off. I love Carey Price, but you know you can win with Jake Allen too. So that's a huge relief there, I think, for Claude Julien.
No question. They got him to provide some rest and some time off for Price, and that I think is going to be a really good plan for them moving forward. But listen, put your stick away, relax, enjoy the weekend.